Here with volleyball coach Mike Lester. Coach, volleyball season is right around the corner. It's really hard to believe. I'm sure preseason goes really fast for you guys. It's a short amount of time, but talk a little bit about how the preseason has gone and how things are shaping up for you guys.
Yeah, you're not kidding. And this year was even shorter, just with how the NCAA days counted back and things like that. We really had only 3 or 4 full days of preseason. But you know what? The kids came in fit and ready to go, and so we were able to get a lot done.
You know, coming off of a great year last year, you made it to the MIAC playoffs. You beat Bethel in that first round. Talk a little bit about what you can take from that. I know most coaches, it's you leave the past in the past, but you've got a lot of returners that should be able to take some of that momentum as you head into the year this year.
I think completely ignoring the past is a little bit of a mistake, and I think what we're trying to do is really just build on that. We're using that run through the MIAC playoffs to the semifinals as kind of a starting point for what our players did over the summer, and then now leading into the rest of the season. So I think you're right. We're able to build a little bit because we do have a good number of returning players. Whether they played or didn't, they still have that experience of being in the playoffs, and they really want that again.
You know, 2 key losses. Molly Grover and Mary Nordic graduated, so obviously you've got to fill those spots. But you really have a lot of talent coming back from last year's team.
Yeah, we really do. Yeah, both Mary and Molly are going to be difficult for us to replace. Not only just from their abilities on the court and that sort of thing, but they're also very good leaders. Within our program, having those upperclassmen really kind of set the tone for what our young kids are going to do is critical, and Mary and Molly did that really well last year. But that being said, we have a big group of seniors again this year who were very impactful in what we did last year, and they're doing the same thing. We've got a good group of freshmen as well, and those juniors and seniors are being really good mentors and leaders for that group also.
And you look at some of those seniors that you have this year, and the one that really sticks out to me because she's a 4-year is Lex Krogstad.
Yeah.
She's been one of those that as your libero has been there from day one of freshman year, and now she's a senior. Hard to believe that she's a senior, but she has a big impact on your play. Virtually every time that you guys touch the ball.
Right, yeah, and with Lex, we're trying to figure out a way to get her a 5th and a 6th year, but I don't think we're going to be able to do it because we'd love to have her around for as long as she'd want to stay. But you're right, Donnie. Lex is kind of that rock for us. And a lot of players are those players that coaches say, however they play, that's how our team is going to play. And the interesting thing about Lex is we really can't say that because Lex is so steady. That really it isn't about her being up and down and that she has to play well for us to play well. We know she's going to play well, and that really gives the players around her a little bit of a comfort level, knowing that she's going to be there, she's going to be steady, and that they just have to worry about what they're doing, and it really helps our team, day in and day out.
Not to give away any secrets or whatnot, but if you had to pinpoint where a strength appears to be, granted it's preseason, but where are you looking at where your strength is right now?
Well, I'll tell you, and it isn't at a particular position necessarily, but it really is our depth. One of the things that we've had this year is we've had practices, scrimmages, wash drill situations where both sides have been super competitive, and when our practices are competitive and we're pushing each other in practice, it's going to make us better as the season goes on. So in terms of our team, that team depth is going to be great. We've got 3 senior outsides who contributed last year. One of those players, if not more, are going to be on the bench for us this year at certain times. And so that's going to be challenging for us, but it also speaks to that depth that we have.
Is it fun as a coach to have that kind of depth? Because it does give you a lot of different options.
It is. It is fun. It's fun in a practice situation because we're able to get everybody on the court. It is going to be challenging for us when we get to a game situation where we're talking 7, 8, 9 players get to play. There's going to be some pretty talented kids on the bench. And, like I told our players, that should free them up a little bit. And what it should do to a player that's on the court is say, you know what, I can go out, play as hard as I can, give it everything I've got, and if it happens to not be my day, know that there's somebody on the bench there ready to come in and help us be successful. Hopefully that's how players look at it, but I know players tend to be like, I don't want to be the one to have to come out. But I think we've got a group of players with that mindset that, I can go for it knowing that I've got support from players on the bench if I need it.
Season kicks off on Tuesday at Eau Claire, and then you've got the Ground Round Sugarloaf Classic that following weekend. So a busy first week. Talk about the importance of that first match against Eau Claire.
Yeah, Eau Claire is going to be a great day for us regardless of any results or anything like that. We're playing 2 matches against Eau Claire, a varsity 2 match and a varsity match. And through that, we're going to get a ton of these kids on the court, be able to get everybody playing time. And really, that's what's important about the preseason, is really trying to see and try to pick out who's going to be able to play when the lights come on during a match. And so we're going to be able to get that out of Eau Claire. And in that varsity match against them, we know they're going to be one of the top teams in the WIAC. They are year in and year out. Going along with that, one of the top teams in the region. And so we want to go out there and play well.
7 o'clock Tuesday night to kick off the season in Eau Claire. Good luck Tuesday, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thanks.